Hi everyone, how have you been? It's been a while since I posted a video and I was thinking, you know what? I could show you what I have been up to in September. Today is the 1st of October and it's my lunch break. I'm working from home. Part of that is because I have a foot injury. I managed to injure my ankle during ballet class. And so I have to minimize walking, which meant that I kind of saved on my 2 hours a day commute time by just working from home. But because I was relatively busy, it doesn't mean that I got 2 hours back of free time. Matter of fact, my house looks like a hurricane hit it because I was just working. But the good thing is I managed to maintain an art practice where I tried to spend about an hour every day doing art, and I think it is doing me a world of good, just because I hate being trapped at home. I actually am going this evening to an MRI for my ankle, and I have to remove my piercings, which is not great because I don't know how to remove them, but also because I sleep on the right side, this piercing is always irritated, because even though I start my night on the left, I just go to my right, so yeah, it doesn't stand a chance. But I thought, let me show you, because September was a relatively busy art month for me. Let me show you what I got to. I kind of organized all my materials in one corner. I have been, as usual, buying something every couple of weeks and just putting it little by little. Because I used to do quite a bit of oil painting as a child, I'm very familiar with the materials that I need, but I'm also very acutely aware of how expensive they are, which is why I'm buying things very little by little. This is my stack of oil paints, and I decided to immediately go for the big tubes on the colors that I know we always use. So the titanium white, ivory black, burnt sienna, yellow ochre. These are basics that you will need for any painting. So unlike when I was young, I kind of want to just go for it, you know. I'm probably going to start with very small paintings when I get to it, then medium ones, and then I will immediately go to large canvas. Just why not? But this won't be until next year. Luckily, these things don't really expire, so which is why I'm just buying things little by little. The last thing I bought was actually this palette scraper. It's just a glass scraper actually, but you can use it for your palette. And you know, because I already know what I need, I just keep building that little by little. In the meantime, what I've done is I had a multi-focus practice. So I have focused quite a lot on the tonal drawings, which is, as a reminder, it's effectively you take toned paper, in this case some kind of gray, and you just work with it using charcoal, and it's different types of charcoal. Mostly I use 2B and 4B, which are medium softness, and quite a bit of white recently. I am still going to start using 6B, which is very, very black, but I'm saving that for later. So this one is about 70 to 80% done. This one is something I abandoned because I had gone too dark too early. And so I'm just shielding this part of the drawing because I want to redo it, but actually going very, very slowly in layers. And to show you what kind of layers I'm talking about, it will be something like this. See, this is the first stage of something that looks like that. You usually start with very soft layers. It looks almost like a poster, and then you start building the darks, and then you go from it. Whereas you see that the mistake I made here is that I was quite impatient and I went immediately with dark hatching, and it will take forever for me to fix it, so I just decided to start over. So that's one. Then I have this little setup over here where I usually just flip this and put my lamp. And remember how I had my nemesis was the perspective work. So I finally got this very, very big, large format notepad of newsprint paper, and I've been working on doing perspective. You will remember this from my second month of art, where I really struggled and I was so frustrated I kind of gave up. So I just started again. I got the courage, and so I have been experimenting with the perspective work. You can see there was quite a lot of erasing. This is 2-point perspective, and actually I still struggled with the 3-point perspective, and then I just took a deep breath and started on a separate day and just did it very slowly, and so I kind of cracked it, I guess. Now the next step for me is to draw a room in a single point perspective, and I decided for that because this paper really struggles, I'm going to use a thicker paper. And to make this less daunting for me, I have decided that once I draw it, I'm going to do a tiny bit of coloring, just tiny bit. And so I was just playing with some pencils that I bought 2 months ago, and I was trying to see what I would use. And I'm already sticking this as a motivator because I know that this part is going to be painful. So the way I have set things in my studio is that I have things that are ready to go at any given time, because now that I will slowly return to working from the office, I will not have all the time for me to be working from home. And so because I will again waste time in my commute, it will be really good for me to just minimize the time that it takes me to set up. So anytime that I come from work, I can work on this, redo this, or work on that, or do my 1-point perspective. And now I have also, I sharpened this Conte à Paris pencil. This is in very nice blue. And the reason for that is that I'm going to start a completely different exercise, which is about cast drawing, plaster cast drawing. So that one will also be interesting, and I will be doing it on this type of paper. So in a way, if you think about it, any given time that I come back from work, even if I have just 15 minutes, instead of setting up, I can just pick whatever, tickles my fancy at the time, and then I can work on it. And I also organized, I wouldn't say organized, I just tidy up all of this area in here so that I can use my pencils without having to search. Not every pencil is super organized, but we're getting there. What else did I want to show you? Nothing has changed in that, I guess. 2 weeks ago, I had a little dinner party at my place, and 3 of my friends came, and they each took 2 of my tonal drawings, just because kind of like as a dinner party gift, I guess. So that's good, because then I'm not surrounded by things I don't like. I also ended up throwing away 2 or 3 things that I just didn't like and didn't want to finish, and they were quite frustrating. And I figured that why am I sticking to art that I just don't like? So it was good, because you see that I'm currently building my studio. I still need to get the right storage and everything, but it is getting better every month. And I think that even the art that I'm making is slowly getting a little bit better. And so I don't need to surround myself with too many sketchbooks that are kind of unfilled and, with unfulfilling content, I want to say. So very happy with the progress, very happy with the setup. I just hope that now my foot gets better, and I can't wait to see what I do next. So for the month of October, I want to learn how to do plaster cast drawing. I will show you more about that later, but it's effectively you take a bust or just a head or something like that is made with white plaster, and you work on recreating the light and shadow areas. So that's something that I haven't done. When was the last time I've done it? I think I might have done it when I was 10 or 11. That's a long time. So yeah, that's something that I want to introduce in my practice. So for October, I will continue with my tonal sections, tonal drawings. I will start doing the perspective drawings, like quite a few of those, and then I will start with the cast drawing. But that's about it. I think already doing these 3 topics is quite a lot.